What is up there, you guys? It is your man Joe. Came around just to found that you need to know. Yes, we're bringing up this topic once again. And it's because I had an interesting conversation with someone. And I knew that one day the video that I made about babies and hell is going to come back one day or one of these days because, there's going to be new faces and whatnot. I don't know if this individual still watches my videos, but I think it's a good time to make a video about this. Now, I know the subject of seeing babies and children in hell is really uneasy for some people, and I know that it is a very sensitive topic, and I truly understand that. But it does happen. Babies and children can end, as far as under the ages of accountability or the ages of 7 or whatnot. It can happen. But Joe, how could a baby could go to hell? The baby don't know nothing. Throughout my years, and it just really came to me, right? Because I was watching a video about this subject, about babies in hell. One of the common things about this subject matter is legality, or the legal reasons, I guess you can say. When you understand in the spirit, there is a system, right? Like it's almost like kind of like the system that we have now. If you do something wrong, you go to jail, right? Or you do something illegally, you go to jail, or you go to court, you go to jail, you do your sentence and whatnot. All right. Or better yet, let's say the example of squatters' rights. Someone, let's say the homeless person or the person has been home for quite some time and they have the legal right to go in there, and it's a whole lot of process to get them out and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you turn it into a civil matter and stuff like that. It's kind of similar, or at least I'm just using it as an example. It's kind of similar to that, right? So the common thing, right, that how babies and children end up in the bottomless pit is through legal or use the legal things that is legal practices that is in the spirit, or some form of trying to get to the individual or individuals or family to get to them legally so they can take whatever that they can take, whatever, right? When I really look into the video about babies in hell, and I know I made the video about babies in hell, and I said it's because, in the video I was saying that the reason why that baby was in hell was because it had piercings, or the baby's ears was pierced, right? And I know in the scriptures that it talks about piercing ears and having tattoos and whatnot, and about practicing heathen practices. It does talks about that and whatnot. And what if in the video that I made years ago about the reason why that baby was in hell, or the baby was in hell because of the piercings, is because what if that parents, they're trying to make their kids look good, trying to make them look cute, so pierce their ears, unawares that is pretty much a legal contract so demons and witches and warlocks can get to, and they can open the door and whatnot to that child's life. And you're probably saying, well, Joe, it's just a pierced ear. Why should a baby go into hell? Why should a baby go to hell for a pierced ear? It's not that. it's giving a legal right for evil spirits or even demons, principalities, or witches and warlocks to do whatever whatever that spirit or whatever that entity is to do, to get that child to do whatever it wants. Yeah, that baby may be a baby in the physical, yes, but in the spirit, it could have been like a full-grown adult. It could have been like a marine spirit, a marine agent, or whatever, or an agent of darkness. However it is, and it just opened up that life, and now that child has been an agent for the devil for maybe for years in the spirit, but in the physical, it could have been sleeping, pooping, and just doing whatever, right? So when you really think about it, like, so when you're, or putting, not just piercing your ears, maybe putting on jewelry, putting on certain clothing on children, you have to really ask yourself, am I opening up my child to the kingdom of darkness if I put this on my child? And not only that, is it a possibility that it could also open my home to not only get my child, but to get me my husband, or I'm not gay, or my wife, or my husband, or my auntie, or anybody that's prevalent in the household. So it's not just about piercing ears. It's about what legal way that I can get this person out of the hands of the Lord. What legal way can I get them to not praise the Lord, or get them to do whatever my bidding is in the spirit, so it wouldn't be so obvious, so the parent won't pray for them, or the parent won't figure it out until it's too late, or the guardian. So there is possible of a reason why babies could be in hell. It is because they have the spirits or the entities that have the legal rights to do so. That's pretty much the common base thing, at least as far as what I got out of it. It's not just seeing babies in hell. It's the legality of having access to it. And let's say this. Let's say somewhere down the line, let's say your kid has got his ears pierced, right? All of a sudden, years down the line, they just become the worst of the worst. They're acting out, they're being bad, or causing destruction, being a menace to society. All because there was some legal opening into that child's life, or even your life. So let's keep that in mind. That we have an accuser of the brethren, which is the devil, Satan, and his goons, that are trying to find legal ways into your life. The devil will try any out of everything to destroy you, to kill, to hurt, steal, and destroy. But otherwise, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. It is your man, Joe.